Hi, Sorel, how are you? I'm very excited about the English class contest. Mr. Vito Isama said we had to share the most interesting story. What were you thinking of submitting?
Hi Kelsey, I was thinking of Me Before You. It is such a beautiful and touching drama. I love its story.
All right, me before you. I remember you saw it last week. It seemed very emotional in the cast were Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin, right?
That's right. They played Louisa Clark and Will Traynor. The story revolved around Louisa becoming a caregiver to Will, a paralyzed man. It is a very touching story exploring love and sacrifice. I enjoyed the beautiful scenery and incredible chemistry between the actors.
That sounds lovely. However, I'm more into action and trailers. I was thinking of presenting Train to Busan. It's a super intense zombie movie from South Korea.
Trying to Busan. I remember you talking about it. It sounded pretty terrifying. What's it about?
Well, the story is starting on Train to Busan when a zombie outbreak began. The passengers were desperately struggling to survive. The main cast consisted of Kwon Jo, the father, and Kim Soo Han, his daughter. It's a totally different story. It's a horror movie with suspenseful scenes and fast-paced action. I love it how it get me on the edge of my seat.
All stories sound interesting. Me Before You is definitely more romantic and emotional, while Train to Busan it's much more exciting and action-packed.
Exactly. In addition, Train to Busan has some surprisingly touching moments in the minds of the chaos, especially the relationship between the father and daughter.
Good point. In the other hand, Me Before You delved more into emotion and personal growth of the character. It was a more reflective and ultimately sadder story.
Right. So the big question is which one do we think will be more interesting for the class? Mr. Riddle Sama has got for the more interesting story.
That's a difficult one. Me Before You struck a chord with a lot of people, and the themes are pretty universal. However, zombie movies also have a certain appeal, and Train to Busan is exceptionally well done.
I agree. In conclusion, both movies are very interesting, yeah, just in one essence. However, although Me Before You is beautiful, but romantic dramas are quite common. Train to Busan, with its mix of action and horror in a unique setting, might be more memorable.
You may be right. Train to Busan is visually more dynamic, and the survival aspect could make for some interesting discussions. In addition, it is a Korea film, which might be something new for some of our peers.
Exactly. So, how we're thinking of introducing Train to Busan, we could talk about the intense action sequence, the development of relationship under pressure, and the general themes of survival and humanity.
Okay, I think you are convincing me. It will be the Train to Busan. It is a very captivating film and offer a different perspective.
Right. I think we've made a good decision.
I really feel like sharing it now. I'm sure you will like it.